Gordon, any joke?
No thanks, Colin.
Well, too bad you're gonna do it anyway. So, what do you call a cow on the ground?
Ground beef.
Well, you know, I was gonna let the crowd answer that.
Maybe they're not smart enough.
You know anyway, what is smarter than a talking bird?
A spelling bee, duh.
I get both.
Check. Well, anyways, next up we have Charlie Grant, a much better comedian.
Add enough sugar?
I'm here.
Alright, well, hi you guys. I'm Charlie Grant, and you know, I'm a Boy Scout, and in Boy Scouts we do various fundraisers, you know, to help us pay for campouts we go on. And one of the fundraisers we do is we sell candy bars. Now, when we sell candy bars, we take a box of, say, about 30 candy bars and go door to door and ask people if they'd like to buy one for $1. Well, you can always tell the kind of stereotypical houses. You can tell the difference between a good house and a bad house. So say you go to a good house. Now, you walk up to a good house and the grass is clean cut, the pavement is clean and freshly poured, looks like someone's scrubbing it every 10 seconds. Then you walk up to the door, you look at the doormat. On the doormat, there's a little puppy dog, and it says, wipe your paws. Oh. I make sure to stomp on it real loud. Then you ring the doorbell. Now, when you ring the doorbell, these are like the most happiest, cheeriest people in the whole world. Here's what they do. They go, "Oh, William, I think we have a visitor at the door." "Oh, do we, Nancy? Let's go see what it is." They skip to the door, you know. They go up to the door, they open it, fling it open, and go, "Oh, it's a Boy Scout candy bar. It's for his Boy Scout troop. Let's buy some. Oh, shall we, William?" They skip back to get the money, skipping everywhere. They come back to me. They hand me a 20. These candy bars are $1 each, and they hand me a $20 bill. So they hand it me and go, "I do think that 20 candy bars is just too much to eat, don't you, William?" "Yes, Nancy, but we'll take 10, and you can keep the other $10 as a donation." I feel like the luckiest person in the world. I don't even have to go to any other houses. I can just keep going around the block and hit this house again. But then you come up to a bad house. You go up, the grass is like 6 inches tall, knee-high. You need a machete to cut through it. The concrete is all jig-jagged. I feel like Indiana Jones trying to get the lost treasure for someone to buy a candy bar, hopping back and forth. Then you go up to the door. You look at the doormat. Completely different doormat. On the doormat, it says in big, black, bold letters, "Go away." Oh. Then I look at the doorbell, and I mean, this thing's like eroded, but it still has the light on. I'm afraid this thing's gonna electrocute me. So I push the doorbell, and as soon as I push that doorbell, I hear this thing. "Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo. These people, they don't have a dog, no. They have a demonic goat on the other side of that door. And you ever heard of, from Greek mythology, there's a dog that guards the underworld. His name's Cerberus. You know, he has 3 heads and a serpent's tail. That is this dog just miniaturized. And then Cerberus comes up to the door. He comes right up to the corner of the door and sniffing at it. It sounds like he's at my feet. And he does this, he goes, But these people at this house, they have been planning. You see, they've been planning. They saw me walking up the sidewalk, and they said, all right, if maybe we turn out all the lights, and we hide, he won't think we're home. So they're down there, you know, hiding behind a wall, and I'm waiting, like, wondering when this is gonna end, and I'll say, okay, I'm gonna listen in closely, and if I hear anything, I'm gonna give these people, say, 30 more seconds. So I listen in very closely to these people hiding. I hear, one guy said, Tommy, why'd you do that? Now I have to go answer the door. He stomps all the way to the doorway. He doesn't skip, no. He stomps. And then he creaks open the door just a little bit because Cerberus is still down there. Remember that? He's still there. All I can see is one snout sticking out. And this snout is disgusting. There's all this liquid dripping from it. It looks like a science experiment gone wrong on the dog's nose. So then, and while the doors creaked, I could also see one eye staring at me. And I lean in and go, hi there, would you like to? No. He closes the door, slams it shut on me. I feel like I've just proposed and been dumped. Instead of kissing the ground, I'm laying on it crying like, what did I do? What did I do? And it's like this for every other house around the block until you sell every candy bar. Your worst nightmare. You know, I go to church, and in church, sometimes my dad, he might fall asleep, you know, while the pastor's, you know, doing a prayer or whatever. And I mean, and, you know, it happens to everyone. Everyone falls asleep in church. And if I was the preacher, I'd be like, I ain't having people sleeping in my church. I would wake people up. Here's what I do. I just go, and dear God, sweet Jesus! But why stop there? Have you ever wondered what the other Bible characters' flavors are? No, you can keep going with it. You can be like, sweet Jesus, sour Moses, salty Mary, bitter Satan, juicy Isaac, spicy Peter, creamy Noah, buttery Sarah, chunky Nebuchadnezzar. And I hail and amen. Thank you, Jesus. But you know, why stop there? Keep going with it. You can have the church fundraiser sell candy bars. You can be like, sweet Jesus in a box, only $2.99. Sour Moses, taste the Red Sea. Cream, chunky Nebuchadnezzar, taste the gluttony. And the #1 seller, bitter Satan, sinfully good. Alright, well, for my last act for you guys tonight, I just kind of came up with this one day. I'm going to go ahead and do my impression of a cat purring, then getting a hairball. So, here it goes.